Hello and welcome to another Made in China here on the Retro Core channel, and today we're going to take a look at yet another revision of the RS-97. Is it any better than the previous models? Well, let's find out. So first of all, let's take a look at the content that's inside the box. Now it is a slight improvement upon previous models as far as content goes, because not only do we get the charging cable and the analog video out as to be expected, but we also get a glass screen protector. Not plastic, glass. And we also get some proper cleaning wipes as well to clean the screen with. And of course an instruction manual. But we don't need to know anything about all that. What we want to know about is the actual system itself, and here it is. Now as you can see, it looks exactly the same as all the other RS-97 models. It even has the mini USB charging port on it. Not a micro, not a USB-C, a mini USB charging socket. So the machine itself is the same. But one big difference is the screen on this machine is actually IPS, which means it's going to look really nice, and even better, it runs at 60 Hertz. So yes, that means 60 frames per second. But get this, not only have they improved the screen, but they've also packed this full of ROMs and actually customized the emulators to make them work properly. This thing can play PlayStation pretty much perfectly. Let's take a look. Okay, here we are, up nice and close with the machine, and as you can see, it comes jam-packed with all sorts of software. Now all this stuff was built into it when I bought it. I didn't put anything on here. So you can see you got all your usual Linux stuff here. And we got some emulators, BBC Micro, Capcom CPS 1 and 2, DOSBox, Master System, Neo Geo, and so on. And over here we've got MSX, more arcade stuff, Game Gear, Game Boy, Lynx, Neo Geo Pocket, PlayStation 1, The Swan, more Game Boy, Mega Drive, Mega CD, Pokemon Mini, more Master System, PC Engine CD, and Super Nintendo. Now obviously I'm not going to go through all these machines because we know this is going to play Mega Drive, Master System, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Wonder Swan, PC Engine CD. We know it can play these because all the other RS-97 machines can play these. So what I am going to show you is it running some arcade stuff and some Lynx and a bit of PlayStation, because we know those are the machines that had issues in the past. So let's kick it off with PlayStation, and as you can see when we start it up, it's got loads of built-in PlayStation games. Just look at that. Fighting Force, Marvel Super Heroes vs Street Fighter, Marvel vs Capcom. It's a shame it's not the Saturn version because they're better. But never mind. Medal of Honor, Mega Man X6, Tenchu, The King of Fighters 99, Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider Original, International Superstar Stalker Pro, and Bioimage, whatever that is. So as you can see, it's got some good PlayStation games built in. So let's start off with running a 3D game, Fighting Force. Now please keep in mind that I am playing this on an angle behind the camera, so it's not the easiest of things to see. But as you can see, it's holding it, isn't it? It's holding the 60 frames per second. Very smooth indeed. Bit of a stutter there as it was loading in some data, but not too much of a problem. You bastard. So again, even on this game you can see it's holding that 60 frames per second. let's get into the actual game and see if it still holds it. Right, I'll try and use the thumbstick here. Get some moves out. There we go. Ah, it's easy on the D-pad actually. Alright, dropped a couple of frames there, but not too bad. Okay, this is Tenshu. Let's see how we get on with this. Gotta go the girl. Alright, here we go, Tenshu, and that's holding it. No idea what I'm doing. Come here, you. Alright, let's get in here where it's got more scenery. Yeah man, that's holding the frames pretty well. So it must depend upon the game and how well it's optimized. That seems to be handling this game without problem. Okay, so now we've taken a look at PlayStation. Let's take a look at some of the other machines, mostly arcade stuff. How well is it going to handle Neo Geo? Because in the past, Neo Geo was a little bit finicky on this device. Let's take a look.
Don't do it, brother. That man is our...
Okay, so far so good. Get into the game. We gotta go to King Stage. No, John, because he's got some cool music. Please excuse the bad game playing skills. Where's Punch gone? Oh well, I'm dead. But as you can see, it's running Art of Fighting 2. Perfectly fine there. Alright, let's change the game over. So, even with shock troopers, not a problem, it's running perfectly fine. So I think it's safe to say that Neo Geo is good to go. So now that we know it runs Neo Geo perfectly fine, let's take a look at some Capcom CPS 2 games. Here we go with Street Fighter 03 or Street Fighter Alpha 3 in this case. And I'll just pick anyone just to get the game going. Yeah, we don't care. Come on. Well, I'm just getting my ass handed to me here because I'm playing on a weird angle. Here we go. But it seems to be working just fine. Okay, let's check out one more CPS 2 game. Here we go with Dungeons & Dragons Shadow of Mysteria. Sorry, Shadow over Mysteria. Oh, where's my sword button gone? Here we go. There we go. So obviously, it seems to handle Capcom CPS 2 games just fine. And if it handles these just fine, then it's going to handle CPS 1 games just fine. So no need to bother checking those out. So what we'll do is we'll take a look at some other arcade formats and see how it runs those games. Here we go with Dodonpachi. Now this is where the RG350 comes in handy because you can play that in tate mode. The RS-97 doesn't allow you to do that. But luckily the controls are reversed so you can play it as a side scroller. And as you can see, it's handling this just fine. No frame skipping. Oops. Is Gaia Crusaders by Noise Factory. Now, I'm not sure what hardware this runs on. But whatever hardware it is, it seems to be smooth enough on here. Anyone fancy a bit of Snow Brothers? Arcade version, fully playable. Well, fully playable if you got the skill, that is. Which I obviously don't. Here we are taking a look at Guardians, yet another game running on a different arcade board. How's it going to handle this? And if you've never played Guardians, you should do, because it's an excellent scroll and beat 'em up. Or belt scroller as they get called these days. Oops. Although the way I'm playing it certainly doesn't make it look like an excellent game, does it? But it is a good game, believe me. Okay, so as I mentioned before, this is going to play all your 8-bit, all your 16-bit consoles. It's going to play your MSX, it's going to play your BBC Micro, all those things, your ZX Spectrum, so on. It's going to play them all, so there's no point in showing you them because you've seen it all before. But what was important to see was the arcade capabilities of this device and if it could play PlayStation games properly. And I'm happy to say, it seems to be performing quite well. So there we have it, that is the latest version of the RS-97. Do I think it's worth getting? I sure do. Now that it has that IPS screen and it runs at 60Hz and it can play PlayStation games very, very well, it's definitely worth getting. Of course, the old RG350 is still better, but if you don't have the funds for that, you can't go wrong buying the RS-97 as long as it's the latest version. And please don't say, you can buy a PlayStation Portable or PlayStation Vita and mod it for that price. Yeah, maybe you can, but not everyone can mod machines, and not everybody wants to mod machines, and not everybody wants an old machine that's been covered in crap and held by some sweaty teenager. Right, so if you want something new, clean, and guaranteed to work, pick up one of these. Till next time guys, keep on gaming and enjoy your games. Goodbye.